Yeah. No, where's the...
Hey, Jake.
Oh, there it is. Got the video, yes, the camera. I don't know why the camera's not working now. You can hear me though, right?
I can hear you. There's usually a little button which says start video down in the
Yeah, I've
bottom
got
left.
that. There it is.
Games Workshop must be bored. They're releasing stuff like every other day.
They are just churning stuff out.
So in our last video, Jake, we were talking about the Advent Calendar rumor engine, and we were going through all the upcoming models that could be released this year. We've already had some of those rumors be released in this one ginormous model. Glutos Orscillion.
I think with the magic of technology, they can see that on their screen about right now, can't they?
I hope so. Behold Glutos Orscillion, Lord of Gluttony.
Just where to start with this centerpiece diorama of a model.
For me, it's got to be the giant mutant ogrins pulling this monstrosity of a model.
A model so great, even the steeds look amazing.
As far as steeds go, these are the best steeds I've ever seen.
I can see these being used as spawn or ogrins, as you said. Even just head swaps. Slightly chaos ogrins, arm swaps for stuff.
Just swap those heads out for like some 40k heads, maybe from the Greater Possessed. There you go. Straight away, you've just got two awesome looking Slaanesh guys for your 40k Chaos army.
But I'm seeing that guy on the left as some kind of like enforcer in Blood Bowl or something as well. Just if someone just exactly as it is, just a Slaanesh ogre special player in Blood Bowl.
Oh yeah, man! They've even got the pose to be in Blood Bowl.
Great.
You know, they've got the American football.
Prepare for scrimmage. I've got my whole team. You've got that one guy. My team is dead.
Yeah, him versus a team of goblins.
I play Snotlings as well, so they're all dead. My pump wagon is a joke, and everyone else was completely unnoticed.
So those two guys, the steeds, are fucking awesome. Then we've got the rest of the model. I mean, everywhere you look on this thing is crazy detail. There's so much happening.
Like even the most boring bits, like the undercarriage of that chariot that's behind the ogre on the left. But just the detail in the filigree on there, like gargoyle heads that are beautiful and disgusting at the same time.
It's got everything that a Slaanesh chariot would have. This looks like something that has come out of a chaos world.
Especially the colours of it and the statues. Like we'll touch on the day that was from in a second, but we can just see this being from like a Senate house or a library or something before. Like it could just be the librarian, that gluttonous guy, your head of rations or something. It's an amazingly ostentatious palatial building, and then it's just been turned into a chariot. Because why not?
Because chaos. For a long time, chaos models have not really lived up to what they should look like.
Say only Nurgle has. Like for quite some time with them. Like even the old like lead pewter models, they were minging, which is what Nurgle's supposed to be.
Yeah, I suppose those guys were good. Compared to the artwork that you get for Chaos, there hasn't been, there's a few here and there, but there hasn't been that many models which really match what Chaos should be.
Yeah,
but this, I think, is one of them. I think this ticks all the boxes for Slaanesh. I mean, just look at the close-up image of Glutos himself.
All the jewelry, because hedonism. So they got a goblet in one tentacle, more jewelry on the other tentacle, the mirror or trapped soul or something.
Yeah, that little trapped soul in his staff. And then he's got his other hand on like a hookah pipe.
Dedicated, like a fondue bowl with skulls in it. I think the most hedonistic thing of all, that just screams socialite, is the handkerchief ready to dab his mouth. Just
Yeah, he might be a Lord of Slaanesh, but he's got manners.
no, you can't be messy.
Yeah, he's not a messy eater.
There's no Nurgle Palace. Just the detail of the hookah pipe, just all of the accoutrements. I can see these being used in various conversions, especially for inquisitorial warbands. Just artifacts.
Yeah, and then you've got the other guys. You don't even notice them at first because you've got those two massive Ogryns at the front. You've got this huge chariot. The guys standing in the chariot kind of get lost in all that detail.
Yeah, like arch henchmen.
Yeah, just like warriors. So the one with the peacocks looks like the demon holding aloft the little silver plate
with human heart or organ tissue on there.
Well, I'm going to guess it's a heart.
Like classic Mesoamerican vibes.
Just to take that model off, in any Slaanesh army, that model will look so cool as just, your sorcerer, or I don't know what else Chaos armies have. They've got sorcerers, right?
Yeah, definitely. Or even as a rebel guard army, just having that as the Primaris, like a very distinct from everything else.
And then we've got the other guys, the warriors. Now, first of all, I'm looking at the guy in the top left who's got the big sword and the helmet with so many spikes coming off it.
Yeah.
He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spikes. That's how badass this guy is.
Turkish levels of spikes, and then this guy.
Yeah, and then he's got massive spikes coming off his shoulder pads, spikes coming off his sword.
All the demon faces on various bits of armor, like the pommel of his sword.
That's
and
so
just
cool.
The Slaanesh symbol. It's just sort of part of his breastplate as well. So all the subtleties of Slaanesh that are just so obvious when you have a look at it. It's just didn't see any of it before staring at it just now.
I know they've released quite a few Slaanesh things recently, especially for like Warcry. But these 3 models here, they're so much better than any of the Warcry models.
I can see these guys as sort of like upper leadership. So even that chariot driver in the middle is just amazing. Because either of the top, like left or right, amazing leader models. Or even just for some of the other warbands, like the crow guys. Can't remember what they're called.
Oh, yeah.
No, those guys.
Crow guys.
Yeah, the crow dudes.
They're the ones who look like crows.
Top right is perfect for that.
Yeah, really is. You guys all look like crows. I'm the peacock.
I'm blatantly the boss.
But that guy top left, just to be like, if you've got a dark elf army, I don't know who still has dark elf armies these days. Are they even a thing in Sigmar?
They're loosely there. I want to say it's the equivalent of they just co-opted Regiments of Renown as a name for we're not bothering to make these anymore.
Which is a shame, because if you've got high elves, you've got to have the dark elves.
They're obviously going to release them at some point. They've just done all of the stuff that kind of had models. Here are some rules. Go away. Stop complaining they don't have rules.
But do you think they're going to release them? I don't think they are going to release them again, because instead they've done the Daughters of Cain.
Yeah, which are forces of order.
Which is no reason. Well, I don't understand. Like, you look at them and you don't think, oh yeah, they're good guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah, Medusa was actually a good person.
She's the hero, obviously.
Just misunderstood.
If those guys weren't there, they wouldn't have turned to stone. So
yeah, exactly. She just wanted to be loved. Unfortunately, she kept turning people to stone.
Yeah, whoops.
Maybe. So you've got them, who I think are kind of, the Daughters of Cain, I think are kind of replaced Dark Elves a bit. And then you've got all these new Warcry bands.
I think they're just keeping them as like specialist games kind of thing, because they've got them in Blood Bowl as well still. So they're keeping them around, and then when they do this Horus Heresy equivalent, or just bring Warhammer back, it will become really popular again. They'll either at that point come out with something in Sigmar, or it doesn't matter because people are playing this old/new game. And people will convert stuff as they always do. Talking
about Dark Elves, I did see, so there was that, I can never keep track of if it's Warhammer Underworlds, if it's Warhammer Dire Chasm, or I don't know if they're all the same thing.
Too many things.
Yeah, they
It's
just
been almost a year since we've been able to actually see them with other humans in the same room. So it's just cool stuff.
But I don't know why they've got so many different Warhammer game systems. Why they don't just have.
I like it. It's like in the 90s, just where they had all these different games. They're kind of in the same universe, but you don't need to play them. I think they made a really good move on that, where Warcry, they've obviously been Games Workshop about it, and here are some rules so that you can use them in 40k, in Warhammer or Sigmar, and then get into our new game in the rulebook. You can play Age of Sigmar. Go ahead, buy more stuff, but you don't need to. It's completely self-contained, rather than Kill Team, which was blatantly like baby's first steps into 40k. It wasn't. Yeah, I really like the concept of Kill Team, just the way they handled it. It's not like Warcry where they've completely rewritten it. It's just using the symbols and there are less stats and use the same models, sure, but the rules are actually a different game. You could play them with normal people who like board games, not, here's a stat line of 8 things, buy a codex, buy a rule book. It's like, dude, I just want to play a game for an hour or two. I don't want to care about all this other crap.
Anyway, I feel like we are digressing. Again.
Yeah, what did we even start talking about?
Like we're supposed to be talking about the Slaanesh model. And
conversions, that's how we got onto this. Yeah. What were you looking at? The like underworlds or something is why we started talking about this.
Yeah, dark elves not being anyway, doesn't matter. We're supposed to be looking at this model and we're supposed to be looking at what matches up with the rumor engine images in this model.
Let's just start at the top and go down.
I've seen at least 2 rumor engine images in this model. So yeah, let's start at the top.
The totally not a lizard man sculpt holding the parasol.
Yep, the one that we said was definitely going to be lizard man. Shock horror, we got it wrong.
It's not a creature. It's not that faction. But it's cool.
So yeah, that doesn't bode well for the rest of our guesses of the rumor engine because we were so off the mark. That's day 3 of the rumor engine.
Nice.
However, I think we did say, did we? You said that it was a ring in his mouth.
Yeah, I thought that linked down onto something.
It was a metal ring in his mouth. So you got that bit right. There is a metal ring in his mouth, and connected to that metal ring is a parasol, and underneath that parasol is all of this crazy stuff. So the next one, if we go further down, you already mentioned
obvious of them.
You already mentioned him earlier.
Atlas did not shrug because there is an angry demon that he is holding aloft.
Yeah, so this is the stone man who's supporting the edge of the chariot there. And that is day something or another. Day 14? Nope.
Nope, that's what I thought as well.
Nope.
Completely wrong.
Day 4. Day 4. It's day 4. We did get this one kind of right, I think. We should give ourselves some credit with this one.
You went too far off the mark. Almost terrain.
Yeah.
It's definitely stone.
It's definitely stone. We said that. Yeah, it is kind of terrain-ish. I think you said it was Slaanesh.
Yeah, it just seemed like let's rip off Prometheus this time and use it for Slaanesh. Because the perfection of having no body hair, even on a statue, and no eyes, because chaos.
Yeah, and we thought it was going to be part of a much bigger model, that he was going to be holding something up, and that's what it's doing.
Yeah, looks cool.
I've just noticed at the back there, is that like a little furnace or something where the bottom of the snake is? I don't know.
Can have sinister fire breathing out of.
I don't know.
So the eyes glow or something.
Like a little coal furnace, yeah, to smoke out of its nostrils as it goes along.
Kalima.
Yeah, looking at this model more, it took me a long time to notice that there's a 4th henchman right in the middle serving food to Glutos. He's got like a tray with a tentacle surrounding a skull.
So the final piece de resistance. Oh,
You know,
it is the head of your enemy in every Hollywood film. So that's probably the only henchman that can't really be in any of those war bands. It's solidly a diorama piece, isn't it? So it's D&D though, just random NPC.
Yeah, exactly. You know, if you turn up and you're at a feast.
I'm sure some scenes are going to be created because that model exists.
Okay, well maybe there isn't any more rumor engine in here.
Yeah, I can't see anything.
Not that I can see myself. So that's it. Just two down. 22 to go.
So if we've missed anything, just pop it down in the comments. Tell us how wrong we are that it's blatantly more than 2, and show us where they are.
So yeah, that's a good start to the year.
Just amazing model, and still 22 things to go from the rumor engine. So lots to look forward to.
Yeah, if that's what just 2 images is from, something that big, then we've got a good year ahead of us. There's a lot coming out.
It'll be exciting, especially great for painting now that people have got even more time to do that. Looking forward to a lot of finished armies by the time this is all over. And then obviously loads of grey armies as well. Where it's, so you had loads of time to paint. Yeah, I was reading and working and procrastinating.
I haven't done any painting. I still haven't done any painting. I've just bought models. I've got so many models and I haven't painted any of them. Too many models. Too many armies.
Is that really a thing? It's not a real sentence, Iain.
So let's end there. Let's go and look at our unfinished models and think about painting them, and then go and do something else.
And for the rare ones among you, look at that pile of shame and turn it into a pile of glory. Thanks for watching.
Yep, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, do whatever you want.
Yeah, like click the bell or something if that's still necessary. And we'll see you next time, or not. Take it easy.